Hi everyone, it's Jen from Mind's Eye, and we're gonna do Be It Be. It's been about 2 weeks. We're wrapping it up a little bit post this vacation that we took. But basically everything is known and can't be gone. And you can't say goodbye to anything. And when it comes to witchcraft and it comes to the occult, it comes to magician work and anything like spiritual crimes against humanity, you just almost have this like intoxicating feeling per se. And what I'm trying to say is this is that when you perform anything and you cast it out and you remit it in and you're getting your results, you have this altered sense of taste. And when you have this altered sense of taste, you have to be careful. And when you have to be careful, you just can't say adieu. You can't say go do it. You can't say anything to that degree. You can't do anything whatsoever where it's just DUNE. So basically, all you need to know is that when you are going to practice Wicca or paganism or any type of religion that uses curses, spells, hexes, and anything of account M, then you can't even do like a goodbye hard. You have to almost wean yourself off. You've got to pace yourself. You've got to eat intuitively, instinctively. You got to eat correctly. You've got to know a little bit of chemistry and what is a mix and what is not. So when I'm looking at society and it goes around, it actually goes down to when you are seeing spiritual crimes against humanity, when they say, yeah, this happened and it was a go to hell ceremony, it basically goes that it's not going to be over for a while. Is that whoever was doing it is actually not done. Like they're almost not even there or coherent. They're on an autopilot and they have to be left alone and you have to watch and learn and listen. So, as it relates to the current day event, it has to do with this presidency. And there's no derogatory comments or no slander, and there's no defamation towards whatever. It is neutral, it's not bipartisan that I'm going to be speaking on, but you have to do it at will. So, when I'm seeing the way it comes through with the dismantling of the Board of Education, and then you see President Zelensky and Prime Minister Netanyahu, and then you see everything play out, and then you see how it all is, and it's nasty, and how there wants to be a witch hunt. I have to say that you got to use your words wisely. That's why I said, just kind of stay in your lane, for a lack of a better term, especially around here in Connecticut, since we have a ton of car accidents all the time, all of a sudden. But really, it's this Two of Wands. And this Two of Wands states that you have to actually truly get up, and when you're having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, you're having your breakfast, you're doing your daily routine, or whenever you get up, you actually have to sit and pace yourself. There was so much energy and fire up and anything, like everything is out there. It was such a passionate, in a way, unknown to get known again, that you just couldn't even do it. So when I see this, and I have to say, you got to use your words wisely with everyone. It has no securement. And then when I look, I say, there is a lot of securement. There's just no prudency around. You just can't rush into anything. So what is best? I mean, it's still winter. It's not spring yet. So why are we looking at mineral a deal? Like you want to say mineral water, and you're looking like, look at what's this mineral deal? You don't even know. So when I see this deal on the table, it's the Six of Pentacles, and it looks well balanced. But I say, what is the if and what is the riff? So when I see this and I say, it comes at a crossroads, not a crosshairs. And don't put words in my mouth or in my head. The Chariot in reverse says, it's a halt, stop, just sit and watch only. Watch it all play out. It's not even 2 months in. and everyone is up in arms like this already. So when I look at this and I say the Six of Cups is, this is something that we don't want to remember or really go about because it is quite the burden. We all have that right now. So how can someone actually work their magic? It really is energy work. It's taking care of yourself during this time. The wind can actually blow you over so bad that you can't even do anything. So just going outside can be a taxing effort. So when I look at this and I say the Queen of Swords actually has to come down, it's like using this universal precautions out there. So we had studied on how in the last 6 weeks ago, how it's such a ceiling effect that was happening. And it was disturbing because it was such a black ceiling effect in the sky that it cracked open. So when I look at it and I say, it was kind of traumatic because we had airplanes crashing after that happened. You have to say, this was odd. This was odd. Where's this dishonor that's coming through when you actually see it? I still see this huge block of wanting to like move forward in a positive way, even if it's moving to a different apartment. Because I'm looking at it and I said it would be a free will choice on someone between 219 and 327 that actually propels everything forward. That you actually have to look at this a little harder. I would say use your energy in such a way when you're going about just using universal precautions that it actually dictates a yes or a no so clearly that you can't even do it. It still has to do with these contracts and these clauses that is like hidden. And people don't always like that because of the Freedom of Information Act. But it really can be a double-edged sword, that whole thing. So when I look at it, where is this balance? When they say the contracts haven't been fulfilled, you can't go to World War III. So where is that obstruction? Where is that block? Where is magic? Where is the occult? Where is the witchcraft? Where is all of it? Well, we had Epstein, and that actually broke open a little bit. I said, not really. It's not settled. Not settled. A dust kick up. It has to do with luck, spelled L-U-K. And when I see that as a nurse who works in the community, L-U-K literally means you can lick it. It's like stevia, and it's not. You can work your magic in an illegal way by doing those things, and it's usually during a celebration and a get-together and a spread. And I say jam, jelly, and peanut butter. And when I see it and I go, here it is again, here's this Three of Pentacles, this pentacle energy with this Three of Pentacles, whether it's upright or reverse, means there's something of like a still locking key. And it's like a skeleton key, but it's not. When I see this, it's like once you find that key, it's going to actually slide across the table. Like, here you go. Here's your apartment, your house. And they go, you can't even believe how hard it is. How hard it is. It really is stone cold apathy at first on this offering. It really is an emotional offering that comes through. I see it's someone who is or a group of people energy that's so dictative that you sneeze all the time. It's odd. A 38. So when I see the Page of Pentacles, you go, it's a young offer, and we've been talking about this. But what does this have to do with the occult and the magicians and witchcraft and spiritual crimes against humanity? It really is no getting together because you got bird flu. Okay. So that's all I need to know. Let's look at something else. Let's look at something else. Let's try to do a cutaway. It really is pronounced like you've heard it before in the media. It really is a cut. It is a gold. It is a bird. It is a flu. It is a cutaway. It's saying again. Let's do a harder deck. What do we need to know? This is quite the block up. It's soft block though. It's lighter fluid. It's clear. You can't do. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse means there's no like prudency on how it played out. It's like a tunnel that went through, and you look and you say, did you really do it with just like a stick? Oh, like a stick of oak. And then you say this, yeah, it meant to be like a hard, sharp ending, the Death card in reverse. It was so strong that you couldn't even do it. You look at this, you're like, you got to, like this, like get together, this partnership, this new contract. Like I actually see like protesters holding their hands. They're like, you can't even believe what happened. You can't even. It's like a statue falling over on how simple it was to break it. So when I see the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it really does alleviate poverty a little bit and some financial distress in the public. But what did they do? So obscured. So obscured. I can see a little bit past my nose. I can see maybe about this out. It's going to alleviate a loss. LOS. I keep hearing the LOS. It's still not coming through to an LAX. So when I see the Page of Swords, you say you can't even look into it. You just got to let it come to you, right to the media, to the newspaper, Facebook, however you do it. Because when you see the Page of Cups, it's literally like this card. It's like when pigs fly right to the feet. It's right down to the soil. You look at it and you say, you can't even believe what you did. You can't even believe you did. So when you see the Six of Pentacles, you can't even believe, like it's such a dirty deal that came through. It's dictative. It's highly dictative. When you see the Ten of Wands, it really does alleviate a lot. A lot. Like a lot of land. That's one of the concerns. You can't even believe how easy it was. The Page of Wands in reverse, it was like well thought out. It wasn't on a whim. It had a lot of masculine energy. A lot of masculine. When you see this Nine of Cups in reverse, you can't even see it coming. It's so discontented to people going, I got this sour taste in my mouth because I was watching the news. It's like toyful, playful, but it's not. But the Knight of Swords goes, there's no rushing into it. There's no rushing in. There was no skill. You didn't have to like work hard. So let's talk about that, on how easy it is to pick up witchcraft and start practicing. Like you just pick up a book and then you can sit here and you can light a candle and incense and you can do it. And it's because souls are so old and they return back into a new life that they probably have gone through a gap pass ceremony. They probably have gone through the gath. They probably have been initiated in. It stays within your soul. The energy that they cast upon you to initiate you in is because you have been exposed to such like hardship, to impedance, to high criminal activity towards you, and you're an innocent life, that they have to get you like going. So when they actually do like that into you so hard, like it stays. It's like your tiger stripes, and it doesn't matter. Like those wounds could heal, but you can do anything and anything and something to nothing when you think it, say it, do it. All right, let's actually look at the numbers. All right, Queen of Clubs. It literally means nothing. It literally means nothing. When you see this, it's not a club, but when I look at this Queen of Clubs, when it comes to the occult and magicians and witchcraft and everything, it is a club. It is a coven. Most people don't remember their past lives very well, but they're intuitively, instinctively led to continue on. And if they do find those and they band together, it's not a bad thing as long as you still have clear motive and intent. It's always remember, do no harm, but also pick your battles because it will carry into the next life. So when I actually see criminal activity come on, you already know that they probably should be a no more. We call it a no more. And where they put like a protective lock on them because they're going to hurt people. So the Six of Spades with the Queen of Clubs comes in that you can't do it hard enough at all. You can't even see it coming whatsoever. It blows and burns right through so hard. You say, what are you talking about, Jennifer? It's the Eight of Spades. It literally is like a spear that comes through. And I see someone like chewing gum last night, and I say, there it is. That's all I needed. I just needed to see someone in that committee hearing on the floor saying, I'm chewing gum. And I say, I already know what you're doing. The Eight of Diamonds says those are always signs. Usually a very good witch all the way up to wizard. Once you get to wizard, you're so psychic at that point where you just sit. Everything is so blended well that you have to have self-control. You can't be popping off. The Ace of Clubs is, I bet you any money, because I'm hearing it through wind and I'm hearing to other things as they watched the president gave the address. It's just flying through the wind. Something actually agitated everyone. For me, it was the gum. The Ten of Hearts goes, you can't even believe it. Was it the paddles? Was it the obstinance? Was it a couple of words? That's all they needed. It all depends on the person. Did they commit a crime? No. It was a be it be. It was a stay obey and reveal what else is going on, because we've never seen anything like this on a show. The Four of Hearts is going to come in once they settle down, probably by Saturday. I feel by Saturday, most have gotten it out of them. That, like, I'm still getting it out after my be a bay. Just keep it away from me. Incense burning. I bet you any money people next week are going to be saying, what actually happened in the communities? It could be simple as just lighting a candle. Just lighting a candle and you're like, I got it. I absolutely got it. You can't even do it. Can't even do it. So, when I hear like, you just can't do it, that's a fallacy. It's an absolute fallacy. You can do whatever you want as long as it's peaceful. So let's look at the White Sage Tarot. Like, what do we need to know? That came in a little bit quick. There's definitely energy coming through tonight. You can't do an undone. You can't do an undone. Five of Swords means something came in through imprudent to make an incomplete. Everyone wants to say it was the school board. I say it was the Oval Office to the congressional floor, a drive. There's like, I'm seeing it was going to be an active Congress and it was going to be through the avenues. The Knight of Wands means it was like a put out, a snuff out. And I see the smoke. When I see the Hierophant, it was dictative. I see 3 pieces of paper. And when I see the Four of Swords, all of a sudden, within 2 days, we had protests at Barnard. It literally traveled so hard, a message, that everyone heard it on the low, on more ways than one, however you communicate. The King of Wands goes, you can't even believe it, how hard it was. Such honor, though, that type of communication, whatever came through, however you meditated and picked up on it, that the Queen of Cups goes, it's so counterintuitive that you actually have to sit and watch. You have to say, maybe I'm not the one is the problem. It may be somebody else, because I wouldn't normally get agitated. The Seven of Wands, there is an alleviation of struggle, though. It keeps saying that. I'm seeing calming down between April 1st and 19th. July would be much better. But I see again like a natural rise. Like I'm seeing bread, yeast. I'm seeing those sourdoughs through the fall. I can't make it up. It's a type of trolling through energy and through the universe that you have to say, like, what does it want to correct? The Six of Pentacles goes, you can't even believe it. Believe it at all. My God, it's so harsh. You can't even see it. All right, let's look through the Starseed Oracle and let's look at the runes. Wood runes, poplar wood. Usually I don't do. Rido means that you literally have to go through it. You have to sit there and take it. It's such a bad, like, elixir watching it on TV. And it has to do with heritage, estate, and culture, all forms and the meaning of spelling. When you look at it and you say, something happened at Thompson schools here in Connecticut, and the same thing happened in Maine. Like I said, here it is. It's luck. It's a wheel of luck. When you see it, it's so, is it paranormal? I don't feel it's paranormal. I feel like it's not revealing. It like blocked itself. Nadis, Nite. It literally goes through the night. Through the night, Night. And then this really means like a hard gift out. You go, what is going on at night where you're seeing this? Strength in the wind. Like, we have a lot of wind here in Connecticut right now. When I look at this living, it's like, who is kicking up the wind? When I see this, it's a trolling. I don't see this, like, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. I hear, like, sling load. Here we are, Starseed Oracle. All right, perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. So when you look at it, it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat or whatever your religion or wherever you're from. You have to think of common ground. And common ground is health, welfare, and safety. And when you come up to it, you say, did you follow policy, procedure, and protocol and law? How come you didn't report in? How come you didn't call me in a timely fashion? How come I'm hearing this? How come there's a different story going on? So then when I look at it and it says cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to alchemy of life, there's something of a crash and burn, for a lack of a better term, in all forms of the meaning, that you can't even see it coming whatsoever. So when I see devotion and potency and make your life a moving prayer, that you have to say, like when you pray, a prayer is a silent cry for war. And that's praying. A prayer is you can hear it. It's in a resound out. And then when you hear praise and hallelujah, like everyone gets involved. So when I see this and I say called soul gifts and training, it's time to set up, I actually see a lot of people really adherent to strict religious practices and energy work, where they're like, it's working, this is what we wanted. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. It is a little mishmash and it is a little conflicting, but I feel like it works when it needs to on a chisel away. So when I see this and I says, wait, it's not time yet, things are being woven, that's why a lot of people are still getting blocks, because all of a sudden others are getting forward on it. And this is not political. This is the way that the occult and the magicians and witchcraft, anyone who's practicing these things, that is how the wind currents to the universal, to stars, astrology, yada, 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 works on a boil down. To where you're pointing and you're like, yeah, I'm a hedge witch and I'm cleaning and I'm cooking and I'm tending to my plants. And I say, I heard it, I felt it, I saw it, I smell it. Why does it smell sour and why is it going brown already? And that's all you need to know. So when I look at this, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper, actually go to some old practices, really old practices. All right, let's go to the Pleiadian Oracle, and then we'll go to the Akashic Tarot. Most of it I'm feeling in the next 1 to 2 days is just straight energy work, throwing the energy out there. The last 24 to 48 hours was literally like a cast out to get it done. I don't see any bad curses, spells, or hexes. I feel it's a curse out to remove bad curses. When I see this card, I say it really comes in on a star, but really it's a point of north. Like, look at the sky. Look at the sky. There it is. You can't even believe it. When you see quantum heart, I actually have to say, like, it's like a regenerating of the collective's heart, of expanding compassion a little bit. When I see sacred geometrics, it is in the mathematics, but you can see it. I swear you can see it. When I see the service, everyone, I actually see it hard. When you see the mother and father healing, this is like generations they feel. It's been doing this. Ashtar, when I see this, I have to say, just go and look about. Just go and take a walk and you'll see it. You'll see everything. The fifth dimensional access is truly just your higher consciousness. It's your true self. It's, tapping into your, untapped potential. It's really hard to explain. And I don't know why all of a sudden it got blocked hard not to talk. Oh, well. Here we go. Here we go. Spring and autumn. It's not the fall. It really is a May. You can't even talk to like mediumship. It's so hard. Like, where is this? How come I can't call upon? When you see it, you see the wind blow in the trees and it makes sense. Like sense. Money. I hear release it. Release it. When I see this and I see the bird's nest and I hear on the news like they don't know where these funds have gone, I have to say, like, where is it going? Is it allocation? You can't even look at the bird's nest in reverse because there's no going about. And then all of a sudden you say, this kind of is a mix up. This is how bad the energy is flowing through today. It's all over the place. Loving elementals, minerals, waterfall, fall. I see paperwork, like fax machines, like spitting out papers all of a sudden. Past unknown, yeah, trailing. What upset us the most about the school board, about everything that's getting revealed, where everyone's like, no, it's this. No, it's this. We're all chiseling away through energy work. They don't even really want to focus on the occult for the next week. As far as magicians, they say rest. As far as witchcraft, do what you do. You already put it out there. You'll see your results. I hear, do what you have to do when it's coming to caseloads on criminal activity. When I see this, I see the tree. This tree is so haunting to where I can't understand it. That's why you actually see this. This is actually had come up in the Civil War. And in mediumship, in another video, we have talked about in a deep dive about Abraham Lincoln, that he actually was encountered by a tree. It was a willow tree that you couldn't understand, that he flipped out about. And it wasn't cherry. It's not cherry. It changed perspective on something about him. When I see white dress, it's not marriage, but it is a gown. GOWN. So when I see bravery, I actually have to say someone does step forward in the current date and time and says, literally, it's so simple. When I see this, I see the news. I do see the hang, but it's not a hate crime. I don't see anything like that. It's like a simple paper show up that causes annoyance, that comes through as such devotion. It comes right in the mail. It literally comes right in the mail. When you look at it, and it's showing me Michelle Trachtenberg, how it was in mediumship, like, look at the cobwebs in the corner. Like, why is there cobwebs everywhere? This is milk. It's happened before in many places. It's wit and fun when it happens in society. It's about isolation and solitude. And when I see cat, it's untamed ventures, and that's all you need to know. That's why everyone is a little upset. So when I see humanity, it's normal human behavior at a certain point to say, I have no voice, I have no rights, I can't even use the law properly, I can't even get the help I need, because we've all talked about it, and that's all you need to know. So with that being said, any questions or concerns, leave a comment, an email, a like and a share is greatly appreciated, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.